Welcome to the Office of Child Care DWS Provider Portal Orientation for providers new to accepting DWS subsidies for qualifying families and those new to the portal. The purpose of this presentation is to familiarize child care providers with the essential functions of the DWS Provider Portal. You should have received much of this information by email. This presentation will go into more detail about how to use the portal. The DWS Provider Portal, or the portal, is a tool for sharing case and payment information with child care providers and for providers to communicate changes to workforce services. The portal is an invaluable resource for managing your subsidy cases and is your best source of information about your cases. Providers are required to visit the portal at least monthly to ensure that all case information is correct and to stay on top of new information. OCC will create your account once you are fully licensed and eligible to receive subsidy payments. All providers must use their Utah ID to log in to access their portal account. You should already have a Utah ID, as this is required as part of the licensing process. If you need assistance with your Utah ID, please go to the internet site listed on your screen. You may also call the number shown. To log into the DWS Provider Portal, go directly to jobs.utah.gov/ccprov-app/UI. Click the green Login with Utah ID button and use your Utah ID email and password to sign in. Please be aware that each time you log into the portal, you will be required to accept the current terms and conditions for accepting subsidy payments, including the information in the most current DWS Provider Guide. You will be notified separately of all changes to the terms and conditions, usually by email. When you log in, you acknowledge that you accept the current terms. Once you've logged in, you will see all of the basic functions of the portal in the blue navigation column on the left. At the top of the page is the What's New notification box. Providers are responsible for information posted in the What's New section. The center of the page shows action items that you have completed or still need to complete. At the bottom of each page are helpful links to other actions that can be completed from the portal. On your first visit to the portal, you must enter your tax ID number and your direct deposit information. On the left-hand navigation bar, click on Bank Info to enter your direct deposit account information. You can use any type of account as long as you have the routing number and the account number. Financial institutions may require that the name of the account match your business name, which will be the name used on your child care license. If you don't set up your direct deposit information, you will be paid by a mailed check. Next, click on the FEIN option to add or edit your tax ID. Enter the ID type, either your Social Security number or your EIN. Then enter the number and save. Now let's look at some other features and functions of your portal account. The second choice in the left-hand navigation bar, Children in Care, will be your most used section of the portal. This is where you will find basic current, historical, and next month's case information. The default display information includes the parent's name, case number, status, current month's subsidy and next month's scheduled payment, and the next review date for each case. To view additional details on a case, click the Case line or the Actions button and view details. This screen displays the children's names, the subsidy amount for each child, any registration fees paid in the month, approved coverage hours, any co-payment amount, any credit applied, and the application and review dates. You can select a different month to view at the top of the screen. The Export to Excel feature allows you to export, save, and print your current Children in Care roster. The drop-down menu under Default Facility is used to sort by facility if you have multiple facilities. And the Select Range option allows you to select from currently open cases or all cases from the last 12 months. Using the Search function, you can search for a parent's case number or name. On the Children in Care page, the Actions drop-down button to the right of each family's name is where you report changes to a case. Please familiarize yourself with the required reportable changes. You can review the FAQ titled, "What changes should I report through the provider portal and how do I report them?" Or review the provider guide for more details on how and when to use these reporting functions. The Children in Care tab is also where all licensed family and center providers that received a subsidy payment in a given month must certify each month. All licensed family and center providers that received a payment in a given month are required to certify each month. Again, you can review the FAQ titled, "What is certification and how do I complete it?" or review the provider guide for more details on certification. Now, back to the left navigation bar. The My Facilities tab displays multiple sites for providers that have more than one location. The My Employees tab shows who has current access to the portal. Clicking the Actions button and Edit will display each employee's access level and allow you to edit their access. There are 3 types of access. Financial administrators have full access to all portal tabs and reports and can complete certification. This access is best restricted to as few users as possible. Facility admins can access all tabs except the Banking tab and can complete certification. Facility workers have view-only access to the Children in Care tab. Be sure to assign all employees only the access you want them to have. Remember to remove an employee's access when they leave your employment. However, please never remove the original email used to set up the portal account. Contact OCC for assistance if that email should no longer have access to the portal. Remember, you are responsible for any actions taken in the portal by anyone to whom you have granted access. The Reports tab provides access to information and helps you manage your records. Reports include the 1099 form, which allows you to print a form for tax purposes and is normally available in January. You can also print historical 1099 forms by selecting the year and clicking Generate. Please note that the electronic 1099 forms only include subsidy income received from DWS. Grants and other payments are not shown here. You will receive a complete 1099 showing all payments from DWS in the mail. The View My Change Report summary shows changes reported using the portal, who made the changes, and who certified. The Transaction History tab shows the history of deposits made to a provider's account. Be sure to read the instructions at the top of the page to ensure that you get the correct information. The Attendance System tab is where licensed family and licensed center providers must report the electronic attendance system they have chosen to use. Using an approved electronic attendance system is mandatory for licensed family and licensed center providers, and you must report the system within 30 days of receiving your first subsidy payment. The FAQs tab on the left navigation column provides answers to many common questions right at your fingertips. We encourage you to review the FAQs so that you are familiar with the information available there. The Common FAQs section also includes a link to the full provider guide, a comprehensive reference to the child care program, including your rights and responsibilities. Last but not least, you can use the Contact OCC function on the navigation bar to email OCC directly from the portal without needing to sign into your email program. The OCC Provider Helpline team is here to help you if you have any questions about the portal, other subsidy-related questions, or questions about specific cases or payments. As you can see, the portal contains a wealth of information for providers and is your best source for information about your cases and the subsidy program. Remember to visit the portal at least once a month to ensure that all case information is correct and all required changes are reported. Thank you for watching and the valuable work you do.